Everyone, Jim with Homespark Knife Sharpening. It's kind of early here today, but got a few knives I want to get done. It's the day before Thanksgiving, and we may get some calls today from people like, can you do them right away? So I figure what I have here in the shop, I'll get them done, get them out of the way, and then I'll be able to maybe accommodate anybody who calls last minute. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Most of these are cuisine art. There's a few others in here. So we're going to start with the Cubitron P120. And we'll go to town on these and get them sharpened up. And if you guys can see this, that has gone through a pull-through sharpener. You can see the line it left, not just on the blade, but look at the bevel right here. Look at the lines on those bevels. That's a pull-through sharpener, and we probably won't get all those lines out. So I'm not going to take my bevel down to that kind of an angle to get that low on it to get those out. So let's do what we can with it. Same thing with this. I know those pull-throughs seem like, on the face, you would think it's a good deal because they're fairly inexpensive, but they just really chew the knives apart. I still don't have a burr all the way across this one. Okay. Yeah, it looks like pretty much every one of these has been through a pull-through sharpener. Yeah, these knives are pretty rough. Still a couple spots where I can see it's missing the burr. Okay, now I'm seeing it all the way across. So just go once more here. Level that out. Oh, good morning, Mike. I got an early start today. Just wanted to get these done, get them out of the way. Take a look at this. Talk about going through a pull-through sharpener. Both sides. All the lines that run up and down this thing. The bevel's not even right. They're a mess. Yeah, it is early, but I already had some people yesterday that were calling and asking could I get it done right away. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if I have more today. Yeah, it's just 5 more. Hoping to get there by Thanksgiving, which is tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Then we'll have to go after that 1,000 mark. Man, every one of these. They've run every one of these through a pull-through sharpener. Okay, ready to move on to the Trizac. Hey Oscar, good to see you, thank you. Once you get the knives apexed on that 120, the rest of this goes pretty quickly. Okay, take care of those. Run down here to the leather wheel. This is the dark side of my bench. We gotta try to get a little more light on this side. I'll have to do something with the lighting. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. We'll definitely get there. But at 500 is a big milestone. You get things rolling. Hey, one of the things I was looking at, Mike, on YouTube, I was thinking maybe one of these days here, we would try that, what do they call it, live together? I was thinking that'd be pretty cool to have you sharpening on the top of the screen and me on the bottom of the screen, where people could see both methods at the same time. I was like, that'd be kind of cool to do that and have dual sharpening. So we'll have to talk about that, but I thought that'd be something a little unusual. Something new for both our channels. Okay. Let's see where we're at with these. And some of these I may have to touch up with my strop, but that's okay. We'll see how it goes. Nice. Happy with that. Okay, that one's not gripping in there. Let's try a different side of the bill. Oh, that paper's raunchy. Yeah, I'm not liking that one. We'll play with that one in a minute. And a lot of times when they do that, it's actually just a little bit of burr caught on there. Like in that. Yep, like in that one. And generally it's not, if the knife's not sharp, it's almost always, wow, I just mangled that. It's almost always a little bit of burr that's left on. Like that. Sometimes, if you go through that way, see, that was just burr. Okay, we're going to get the same thing here. So, a lot of times just running it through the paper. And then, nope, not on this one. Don't like the way that's trying to grab. Yeah, that one actually feels a little grippy. I think I got some burr left on that one. That one's good. That one's good. This was a little grippy. Yep. Get that one to the leather strap a little bit. That one's good. And that one's going to be a little grippy on me. There we go. There's a little tiny bit of burr on that one. Okay, so I got 3 of them. They were a little grippy. And most of the time you're going to see the difference that makes. See? So it was just a little bit of burr that was left on there that either when I ran on the leather wheel, I didn't quite get the angle right. You know, I don't like running it across the leather wheel too much because then you end up with a polished edge, which has no toothiness or bite to it. Huh? There we go. And this one. Okay. See how we did with this one. There we go. We're good, guys. That's all of them already. Goes pretty quick. So all we need to do is clean them up a little bit, and we'll do that with some isopropyl alcohol. My little brush. Get rid of some of this dust. Do I like the buck tool? Yeah, absolutely. I have 2 buck tools, and then I've got the Ken Onion, the Work Sharp Ken Onion, and those are the ones that I learned on, and I like them. It did take me going from the Ken Onion, which is edge trailing, to the buck tool, which is generally, if I'm running on the angle guide this way, you're doing edge leading. Did take a little getting used to, but once I did a few knives on it, got used to the edge leading, it's amazing how well they do. And yeah, if I had to do it over again, I would absolutely get buck tools again. These are the buck tool slow speed machines. Boy, I wish I could get those grind mics marks out of this, but what are you going to do? I'm not going to go back and polish every one of these. I really need to get like some polishing wheels so I could work on some of those. But You know, if it was maybe a knife, that would be one thing. But if I was going to polish out all 14 of these, I'd be charging extra to do all that. Because that does take quite a bit extra time to try to polish all those marks back out of these bevels. You can still see how bad the marks are on there. That's all just from those pull-throughs. Almost dropped that knife. That's not a good thing. You do not want to drop knives. Good way to break tips. All kinds of other wonderful stuff. Three, 4, 5, 6. So I need 3 of these. Okay. So guys, when I started the stream, I think I had 495 subscribers. We're trying to get 500 to 500 today, so that's done before Thanksgiving. So if you're interested, I certainly would appreciate you hitting that subscribe button, hit the like button so the video gets shared out to more people. It's all free. And we're getting, I think, a little more into doing lives. I've posted quite a few long form videos. I think I'm approaching 100 long form videos at this point on all kinds of things at different machines, different belts, a lot of knife sharpening, a lot of kitchen knives. And now we're starting to do more lives. And we have gotten quite chilly up here. Yesterday we were still running about 52 or 53 degrees, which wasn't bad. It's kind of nice. But this morning we're sitting at 33 degrees. And believe it or not, last I looked at the weather forecast, they were talking between 4 and 8 inches of snow on Saturday for us. So that's a little early for us. I know we're in the western suburbs of Chicago, but usually we don't see more than an inch or two here and there until beginning of January. Usually we only have a couple of light snows in December. Not a whole lot, even though it's cold. And then we really start getting the snow in January and February. So a little early, but you know, we deal with it. It's part of Chicago weather. So okay guys, we're all set. Everything's done. Cleared my schedule for the day. So if anybody calls and says, can I get them sharpened before tomorrow for Thanksgiving? I can say, yeah, bring them over. We'll take care of you. And that's always good for business. I let them know that that's not always the case, that I'm not always able to do that. I don't want to necessarily build that expectation with the customers that they can just pop by and get them sharpened anytime they like. But for the holidays, we'll make the exception. As long as I can anyway. So, okay, guys. I don't have any more knives right now, Mike. So I will do another live stream if I get some more knives in. And probably it would be like this afternoon, which would be cool. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what the day brings. So, okay. Guys, we appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. Again, appreciate it if you like and subscribe. As Mike says, it helps out our small businesses. Check out Mike's channel at Sharpening Services. He just posted in the chat. He's got a great channel over there. I have learned a ton of stuff from Mike. He was on way before I started. I just started about a year ago, and I have learned a lot of stuff from him, and I still am. So it's an ongoing process, and Mike is one of the guys that I follow and watch on a regular basis. I'm always learning little tidbits from him that are helping me out and making my business better. So check out his channel. Guys, we appreciate it. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Eat a bunch of turkey. And we will talk to you in the next one.